That is a good-looking race car. The 2110 Life Shots car roared to life. Now the Alanabi machine.
Frank was the guy that told me, he said, we are absolutely lost. He said, there's no reason for the car to do what it did in that last round. His exact expression, we are in never land in the bell housing department. He said, we got to try to figure it out. I cannot run the rest of the year having the kind of problems with this car that I've had so far at the beginning of 2011.
As the cars complete their burnouts, we get an opportunity now to check in with John Kernan at the far end of the racetrack, who caught up with Dwayne Shields.
Dwayne Shields moving on to the semifinals of 5:33 with the 2, if I'm not mistaken. Was that what you were looking for?
It was. You know, we overpowered the track yesterday, so we needed to make sure it got down the track. And, you know, it got down there, and it felt pretty good going all the way down. But I saw a lot of Marty Thacker. I didn't know if I'd won the race or not. So, you know, Marty's always a great competitor when you're running. And, you know, we had Bill get hurt yesterday on our team. So we're a little off sync this weekend, but we'll be fine. And I got to give our thoughts and prayers out to Sean. We can't wait to get you back out here, and we hope to keep beating you once in a while.
And, of course, he's talking about Sean Cowie, who was critically injured in an accident on the highway in Nashville. He was riding his motorcycle last weekend.
Yep, best wishes to him and his family, too.
You're going to be out here this weekend, too.
By the way, after Frank told me he was in Neverland, then he said, I won't grow up. I won't grow up. He did. He really said that.
I believe it.
This Frank Parker team, Frank and Dan, have had a great race car. Took out Frank Manzo in Indy. Bobby Martin was driving. They've had some great guys behind the wheel of this race car. Brent Henry, relatively new. By the way, this is the first time these two guys have met the 203rd different driver than Frank Manzo. I believe he figured it out.
Yes, he did. 546, 264 on a 118-degree racetrack. Are you kidding me?
Well, so much for Never like about a flawless run. Let me tell you, on this track, with the temperatures at 118, watch the Alanabi car. That is minimal. That's like almost no tire shake right there. Drives out of it, goes down at 564 or 546, and even Frank, who is never happy with any run, has got to be tickled to death with that, especially as lost as they appeared to be going into the semifinal.
Down to the far end, here's John Kernan.
And with John Bojack, a 5:59, and you had to chase down Todd Vinny on that one, but you didn't even know that, did you?
Yeah, no, I did not. This Pack Racing Springs Monte Carlo, Cometa Gasket, the Van Sleeve, Cam 2. Hey, we're going to the finals. My team, look at them. I mean, great group of people. Gary Bortz doing this thing. Hey, we are moving on in the final. We are going to try and win this race.
And he goes up against Frank Manzo, who just ran that 5:46.
The last time we see John Bojack, wasn't he throwing helmets around the racetrack after a nasty run?
There he was.
What a great turnaround for a team. And now they got to take on the man. And I mean, when you're a tenth and a half down or the better part of that going into the final round, I mean, there's not that much tuning up you can do. You just try to get the car, run its pace, and hope that Frank makes a mistake.
Stat guy.
And Frank next round will try to be the first guy to win 200 Wallies in competition. He wins them at the Lucas Oil events. He's going for number 92 at the national events combined, the number 200.
And with Frank Manzo, a 5:46 going for number 200. I mean, the stat guy just brought that out. Could be a big day for you. You got that track figured out in 118-degree heat.
Yeah, be honest with you, we made a little adjustment. Track came to us. If the track gets tighter in the final, we're in trouble. I'll be the first to admit it, but we're not worried about that 200 win. We're going to get this Alanabi, Lucas Oil, Jake's car. We get it to the winner's circle, great. We had a beautiful weekend. The weather turned out to be nice, and we'll just see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, my heart bleeds for him if the track gets tight. He said we're going to be lost. Yeah, I should be that lost, let me tell you.
Now, plenty of mentions today about Sean Cowie still recovering in a Vanderbilt hospital from neck, back, and right ankle injuries. Ron, got to get your son healthy. Get him back out here. We miss him. His class top alcohol dragster coming up next. Dwayne Shields, Rich McPhillips when we come back to Charlotte.